Good morning, guys. Okay, another video here while I got a few minutes this morning. Just having a cup of coffee and going over a few things I've heard, watching a few videos. So let's talk about truth and trust this morning, okay? Something that apparently y'all like a lot of from the comments on my last couple of videos discussing the subject. We're just going to see how long or how far YouTube will let us take it. And I do thank the guys out there at YouTube for giving me this platform and allowing me to talk. So, truth and trust. I need you guys to keep a really open mind on this one, all right? I'm probably going to hurt a few feelings and lose a few subs on this one. But hear me through. Stick with me on it, okay? I know 30 minutes is a long video, so I'll try and keep this one short, which makes it even more blunt. But if you don't hang around, there's probably going to be some opinions in there that you may leave thinking differently than what is actually the truth. I don't know how to exactly to explain that to you. I'm not the best with my words. And a few comments that have been left. The truth is, I was in a very bad accident when I was a kid. Basically, my skull was crushed, and I'm lucky to be here. So to be able to talk to you, I consider quite grateful. So bear with me, and I'll try and do the best I can, but I'm no speech giver. Okay, but I'm going to try and prove a couple of truths to you today, show you a couple, and hopefully again get you to expand your thought and view and step outside of the box for a little while, because we are all seeking a better life. Let's put it that way. Here in America, being a free country, we deserve better. We deserve the truth. Do you think your government is giving you the truth on anything? Again, this relates back to my other video and the time that I think we are at right now, WROL. Do you think the truth matters? I mean, if we are where we are and the things that are happening, does the truth matter? Is anything that anybody is telling you the truth? You know, you only know what you are taught. Through time, us, our kids, our parents, their parents, throughout time, knowledge has been passed on. That's what you try and do. Pass on knowledge to your kids, friends, family. Try and gather knowledge to make your life better. So all of the knowledge that we've gained, that we use every day, that we live our lives by, has been taught to us, told to us in school or college, through hard knocks of life. It's easy to learn, things are hot and cold. But what about the things that are not so easy to prove? That you just take for granted that was told to you, and you go on about your life. Like everybody, you live in that bubble and you don't have to go outside of it very often, so there's no need to question the truth. What I would ask you to do is please question the narrative of everything. If you're not questioning everything, you are not getting the truth. You're going to get someone's interpretation of the truth. If there's something you're looking for an answer for, verify it through many different sources. Don't just take mainstream media or YouTube or the guy you've been watching or the guy that has 1 million subs. Seek out that truth and find it for yourself. You will be enlightened along that journey. Okay? Just the simplest of things. The coin shortage recently. Why do you think they were calling back all of the coins? Who really knows? You ever consider how much precious metal is in coinage? How much precious metal is in coinage pre-1964? If all of that coinage across all of the United States was recalled and filtered, how much pre-1964 do you think was in there? How much silver do you think was collected off of that simple request from the Federal Reserve to collect the coinage? Granted, a lot of people out there seek that coinage, and there's not as much as there used to be, but it's still there. And when you take the whole picture, how much precious metal do you think was reclaimed? Just something to think about. Again, truth and trust. What's the real truth behind the coin shortage? And that's just one little small tiddly, really doesn't mean much bit of information. Look at the whole real big picture now of everything. You think the government's telling you the truth on anything? Do you think the things that you've been taught throughout your life are the real truth? What really happened in Afghanistan? Are there such things as aliens? Does God really exist? How deep down that rabbit hole do you want to go? And what's the truth that you really know? Let's just step off into a big one here, okay? Because we know politics are, as I said in a previous video, WROL. Did any of you think about that? If you did, and you made it to that point in the video, leave me a comment below. Do you think we're in WROL? Okay, back to the big question. And again, guys, I am not a Bible scholar. I don't know all the answers, and I don't proclaim to be. I do believe in God. Get that right up front. There is a higher power. But what have you been told and taught? Now, I'm not a real religious person. Religion to me is man-made. You have so many different religions out there. Which one can be the right one? Have you been on that journey, or did you just take what your parents told you and you've lived your life based on that? And don't get me wrong, I'm not pointing fingers here at anybody, but did you seek the real truth? And where did that truth come from? I'm going to use an example here. And this is probably where a lot of people are going to get butthurt. But listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. But it is a big example of just what you've been told. And few people have sought the real truth. You have taken what was told to you for granted, or you have read it from a book or seen it on a video, and you think that's the truth. Okay? Let's step off into it here. I'm a believer in the Ten Commandments. It's probably one of the first things that I remember my parents taking me to church and Sunday school. It's one of the first things I remember. It made an impression on me. Somebody was mighty enough to carve these 10 rules in stone. 10 rules in stone. Okay? Being a kid and that making an impression on me, I took those 10 rules to be pretty serious. As in, if God himself had gave us those 10 rules, those might be the 10 that you want to abide by. So I grew up my life. And as I got older, many of you saw the expansiveness of religion on the planet. And I began to question, what could be the real one? If there's so many and they all preach something different, which one can be correct? There's only one right answer, correct? Is there? Does anybody know without looking what commandment number 1 was? Be honest with yourself. Truth. Okay? Number 1. The very first rule that was written from God on stone to us. You know what it was? Open your mind and think. You got to really open your mind on this one, guys. Okay? I'm going to paraphrase a little bit because I don't have it here in front of me and I'm no Bible scholar. But I think it said something about, I am God, the only God. There is none before me. There is none beside me. There is none other than me. So, a lot of Christians pray to Jesus Christ. If you're praying to Jesus, is that against rule number 1? That's before God, isn't it? I question that a lot. A lot. Because you want to be right. You want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. I've asked many pastors, priests, whatever you want to call them, religious figures, throughout my life to explain that to me. In simple terms. I don't need to be taken down the biblical path. And the answer that always comes up is, God saw that we couldn't do it, so he sent someone to show us. I don't think that was in any of the other 9 rules that I read. Halfway through the game, we're going to send somebody down to show you, since you're too stupid to figure it out. Changing the rules to fit a narrative. Does that sound familiar? Just thinking here, guys, okay? Just thinking. So what is that truth? There always seems to be some explanation that comes into play. But that explanation is never explained in those 10 rules. As I said, I believe in God. I talk to him every day. I've got a direct connection. I need not ask anyone else. And if you too have your connection, the most important that you can ever have as far as truth, you ask a question, you already know the answer, but you're looking for reassurance. We as people need reassurance. If you ask the guy upstairs, he will send you a sign. The question is, are your eyes and ears and mind open enough to see it? Mine are, and they have been, and I've been shown many. That's why I believe and I have faith in my spirituality. It is not a religion. It is not man-made. You come into this world alone, and you're going to leave this world alone as well. So I hope that you find the meaning of truth, because that one question that I just posed to you is of the utmost importance. Now, don't blow me off and think I'm a nut. I really want you to open your mind and think. What were you taught? What were you told? Is there an agenda behind it? Is there deception involved? And many of you have no problem. You've got the utmost faith. You believe. And that is your freedom. That is one thing they cannot take away from you, is your belief. So if you believe and you have faith, you're good. That's what you need at this time. Take that faith and seek out the truth on everything else. Don't just take someone's word for it, because the world is full of lies and deceit. If you're religious, you know that. You've already been told. Now, I don't have to make this about religion, guys. That's just one hole the rabbit hole goes down. That I want you to question. I really want you to question the narrative of everything. Why do things happen? What's happening? What is the ultimate goal of what's happening? Does the truth even matter anymore? In the current situation, who really knows what the truth is? Can it be proven? Very few of the big truths can. I see people on YouTube arguing over whether the earth is round or flat. Let me ask you a simple question. Does it really matter if it's round or flat? Are you going to change it? Is it going to change the way you act tomorrow? Is it going to change any aspect of your life, whether it is or isn't? Other than the fact that you now know you have or have not been lied to. And to me, it makes no difference. I don't care. The truth is, as far as I know, there is no picture, one single picture of our planet from space. Every picture you see of our planet is a montage of photos that have been put together so that you see what they want you to see. Remember, guys, what is that black thing on your wall? A television? The truth is, it is a vision, otherwise known as propaganda. You only know what you've been taught. And if someone tells you something long enough, you're going to believe it. I don't want you to think I'm liars, guys. I was in no accident. I'm just a redneck country boy from the South that has a real bad accent. I was not hurt, not involved in an accident. My skull was not crushed. But it's that easy to tell people something, and a lie will go all the way around the world before the truth even has a chance to get started. So sorry I did that, guys, but I'm just proving something to you there. Just because someone tells you something does not mean it's the truth. I had a guy make a comment on my video the other day about off-grid living. Since I didn't video none of that, none of it could be true. If you've made it back to this video, sir, and you've taken the time to go this far into it, it matters not whether it's on video. Today's technology, they can make anything appear that they want, however they want it, wherever they want it, whenever they want it. So video proves nothing. Big channels in fear. Truth. A lot of guys out here on YouTube got hundreds of thousands of subscribers that they built up a base on. And they say they speak the truth. The truth is they go off and they create a second or third channel so that they can get on there and say code words on things like COVID or vaccine because they're scared of losing their big channel and their income. There are millions and millions of hardworking Americans with a deep belief that are losing their jobs. You are a coward for not speaking the truth on your YouTube channel to the people that follow you, and you run off to a second channel to spread gossip and hearsay and BS on your belief so that you don't lose your income on your big channel. I call you a coward. If you can't say the truth on your big channel, you're part of the problem. Stand up and be heard, okay? What's it gonna hurt if you gotta start over? Are you scared you can't get back to the 100,000 again? Has your ego gotten to you? I watched the videos. Just because it says you got 100,000 subscribers, you may only get 20,000 views on that video. You may only get 1,000 comments. So how much did you really interact with those people? How much information did you really pass on? Just because they clicked on your video and said hi and then clicked off, you didn't give them any information. You didn't make them think. You didn't make them get outside of the box because you're too scared. You got to run off to your other little channel and then hide behind the grapefruit juice or the go-go good or whatever hell name you're calling it today. Stand up, folks. Be heard. Don't be scared. Playing right into it. You're going to run off to your little channel over there and think you're going to talk? Stupid. To everyone that's left YouTube, goes to a different platform, or people that have left YouTube altogether, come back, stand up, be heard. To everyone out there that's sitting on the couch that wants to do something, make a channel. We all got these. It's that simple. Stand up and be heard. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. Are you scared to give your opinion? Who cares? Give it. It's your right and you better use it. Use the system, guys. Come back, stand up, look the enemy in the eye, and speak a truth. We make up this country, okay? Stand up and be heard before it's too late. For all you guys that made it this far, a little bonus. Prepping wise, what should you be prepping is the biggest item I hear. Biggest question. You need to be prepping the things that you use every day. Obviously, food, water, shelter, clothing, everything that you can get your hands on, you need to be getting. Let me give you a little truth. What would you rather have a year ago? Money? Silver? Gold? Bullets? How much did this go up in value since last year? How much? Did it go up in value at any? How much did this go up in value over the last year? Any? How much did that go up in value in the last year? How does that taste? When is the last time you threw one of those at a deer? What can this do for you? Remember the rules of 3. It's valuable. It's barterable. You can put food on your plate. Can offer you protection. Okay? We've already made it past the first 3, and that's just like in a minute. What do you need to buy? Be able to be self-reliant, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this video wasn't too much. Hope I didn't lose too many subs. Y'all guys have a safe day. God bless. Take care. Open your mind and think. You're going to have to. If you don't step out the box, you know, we're all wanting change. So if you don't step outside of the box and fight for that change, demand that change, There's not going to be any change. It's going to stay the same old, same old. Stay safe, guys. Take care. Hit the subscribe down below. More videos to come.